Yeah, we most certainly can.
Welcome back to Let's Have a Real Conversation with your host, Dashing D and
JD.
hello. Welcome back. And on today's episode, we're talking about nothing at all.
Oh gosh. Nigga said off.
Alright.
Alright, there's things going on.
There's a lot of things going on.
LeBron is a billionaire.
LeBron is a billionaire. Good for him. You know, one time for the one time.
LeBron is a billionaire. They won't shut up about it.
No.
Yay.
I mean, listen. If somebody's got to be a black... No. If somebody's got to be a billionaire, I'm okay. I'm okay with it being somebody black. That's what I was trying to say. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Let's balance the scales a little bit more, you know? I would like to be a billionaire.
You was about to say some foolishness. That's what you was about to say.
Oh, good for LeBron. Look, good for him. You know, listen, he does big things on and off the court. And so
More off the court.
yeah, he has his schools that he's opened.
He's done a lot.
He does a lot for the community.
He owns one of my favorite pizza chains.
Blaze Pizza. Oh, that is not an ad. This is not an ad. This is not an ad.
But yo, LeBron, Wetzel's Pretzels, all of y'all, we will gladly take pizza and checks.
I love pizza. It's like my favorite.
Just saying.
I'll eat your pizza.
Gladly.
For sure. Like, pizza. Yeah, with the toppings. And the toppings.
I guess I'll see it when you run it back.
And the cheesy bread.
Ooh.
Love some cheesy bread. All right, so, LeBron, you're a billionaire. You can pay us. You can pay us. We'll work for you, you know? We'll read those ads. You know, we'll get people eating pizza again. Did people stop? People didn't stop eating pizza.
I didn't want to knock your hustle. I was just letting you go.
People didn't stop eating pizza.
People have never stopped eating pizza.
People won't ever stop eating pizza.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Rockefeller Records.
Very good. That's Young Guns.
I know.
I'm telling them.
Oh, yeah.
They probably don't know who Young Guns are.
Because if you don't know, now you know. Episode title.
That's not the song.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Oh, you're right.
Anyway, LeBron is a billionaire.
Yep, and the media won't shut up about it.
They won't. I mean, he's a, what do they call it? A media darling? The media loves LeBron. So LeBron is a billionaire. I think we're done with that.
Not much to say.
Not much to say.
He's a billionaire.
He's a billionaire, you know? Pay us. LeBron?
That would be nice.
Pizza. Yes. Okay, so what's next on the docket? Have you heard about the D.L. Hughley Monique situation?
No. Comedian beef?
Comedian beef.
Okay.
By the way, we don't have any planned topics. Neither of us know what's going to happen here. So, you know, stay with us and see where it goes.
Or don't. We'll completely understand. Because
if you leave.
We're just freestyling today.
Right, we're just freestyling. We don't have a list. We don't have anything.
Well, one thing we should talk about is we should follow up about the YSL stuff.
Okay. You wanna talk about comedian beef and then get to the YSL stuff?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to explain it to you the way I understand it.
Should I get the specs in the phone?
You can, but I think I can kind of fill it in. Okay, so apparently there was this event. I don't know where it was happening. Couldn't tell you. But there was this comedy event that both Monique and D.L. Hughley were signed to.
Okay.
By a promoter.
Okay.
Apparently, the way the story goes is that Monique comes out and rants and raves to the audience that DL Hughley is a bitch ass, you know what? That he refused to come out on stage. She was the headliner, and he refused to come out on stage before her. He was claiming that he was the headliner. And so he said, I'm billed to come on last, so I'm not going on before her. She's saying the same thing. She's saying that she was billed to go on last. And so, why would she be going on before him? She goes out on stage, and I guess instead of doing her, her regular show, she says, okay, I'm gonna curse him out to the audience. Basically, she says things about his wife.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like things that have nothing to do with anything going on between the two of them.
Right.
Just
she gets her hate out.
Real disrespectful.
That's on brand.
And so DL Hughley then takes to social media and says, well, she's this, and this. He posts a picture of a scene from Precious, the movie Precious, and says this is her real life story or something like that as a dig, which I later found out that she does have a past of abuse, so that might have not been the best thing to say. And then she's like, well, post the contract then. If you're saying that you were supposed to be the headliner, don't you have a contract that says you were the headliner? So he starts posting deal memos and all kinds of things on the internet. You can go find it on Shade Room or Baller Alert or whichever one you prefer. And it does say that he is the headliner. But what appears to have happened is the promoter billed both of them as headliners. And instead of having their lawyers or their managers, whoever does their bookings for them, negotiate, figure out what was wrong, say, hey, nobody's going on stage until we hash out what happened with the promoter, they decide to feud between the two of them. First, it started on stage with Monique, and then it carried over into social media between the two of them. Apparently, they've had beef before. And so this scene, and I know nothing about that. I can't speak on that. But it seems like maybe it stems, this all, like, the way it was blown out of proportion is because of the fact that they actually don't like each other. So I said, oh, okay. Why did she talk about that man's wife, though?
My turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right, listen, I didn't know if you were done.
Yeah, I'm done. Excuse me, because at this point, I mean, the only thing that's left to say is at this point, they're at odds, but nobody's saying, hey, fuck the promoter.
Yeah.
For doing some wild shit.
The internet is a great, nasty place. I didn't think you were going to spit out your water. I'm sorry.
I didn't expect you to. I didn't know that's where we were going with it, but okay. Mm-hmm.
The internet is spectacular and gross at the same time.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful, ugly place. I get what you're trying to say. I do. And you're absolutely right.
It is truly a dark, twisted fantasy. And the problem is people, many people, mm-hmm. regardless whether they are celebrities or nobodies, people love to run to the internet and tell their business.
Twitter fingers.
All of the business. And I can't understand why.
Yeah. I'm in agreement with you. All of it.
As soon as you started saying that there was confusion about who was the headliner, I immediately thought in my head, well, that's the promoter fucking up.
Yeah.
The promoter didn't do their job properly. Something was not communicated properly by the promoter. And so that's the first thing which you said. And you're right. The promoter fucked up. But so did these two legendary comedic acts.
She didn't need to go out on stage and say what she's like. Okay, I listened to another podcast. You don't need to know which one. I listened to another podcast.
I bet I can guess.
And the person made a good point and said, but why? If she wanted to come out and say something, right? If she wanted to address it, which I disagree, I don't think that she should have addressed it at all, right? But if she felt so that it was burning inside of her, it was just rising up in her, and she just needed to get it out.
You should see a doctor for that. Sorry.
Because I get that, right? I think everybody has a day where it just boils in them.
Sure.
And all they want to do is let it out.
For sure.
Right? So
Sure, for sure.
So if she felt so compelled to go out and express that something had happened, why did it have to be in that way? Because I think a lot of times the issue with Monique is that sometimes you gotta finesse things and you gotta, know how to say things. It's not necessarily what you say. You could say, she could have came out and said, just to save face, there was a little confusion.
Right.
Backstage, us trying to figure out what's going on. Seems like there's an issue with the order of events or whatever. And, I'm not going to be able to perform. I'm so sorry. But as soon as, our people squared away, then we'll be back. I feel like she wanted to give them a show, even knowing that they weren't going to get the show that they were promised. I feel like she went out there probably thinking, well, black girl neck roll.
What was that?
Black girl neck roll. We all know it very well. She was like, well, I'm going to go out there and do what I do. Talk shit. And she went out there and she talked shit. The problem with talking shit at this stage is that people already know, or people already expect Monique to react in this kind of way.
Right.
Because of things that we've seen in the past. And people have said she is difficult to work with. There's been all kinds of different commentary coming from different people about the fact that she's difficult to work with. So this just, to me, amplified that. It didn't, and I don't want to feel that way. Like, I understand being upset. Both of them should have been upset. They should have been upset. But they also...
I don't agree that they should have been upset. I'm going to tell you why.
Well, I think he should have been upset when she said whatever she said. And I guess if we don't know what was said backstage, I guess, is what I'm thinking. And if this started backstage and they don't like each other, can you imagine the things that were said before it even got to us?
Probably super foul shit, but that's not the point I was going to make. I think that these things happen. Yes. And part of being a performer is rolling with the punches. Sometimes things happen. things happen, and sometimes they'll say, "Oh, JD, sorry, but Dashing D is going to be the headliner," and so it may be unfortunate, but you still have patrons in the crowd who came and paid to see you perform.
Yeah.
And so you have to roll with the punches. And I'm a bit shocked to hear that this started at a live performance, because these are not two rookies.
No.
These are two seasoned vets. These are two.
They're respected.
I mean, beyond that, they're two icons in the field, and
they don't have to behave like this in order to.
But that's what I'm saying. So for them to do that is really weird to me, and I think it's not a good look, because it's just unnecessary. I mean, yeah, if you feel a way, you can boycott the show and lose the check, and you can sort things out afterwards and go through the proper channels. But I think a lot of times people are reactionary, and we're quick to respond and quick to react, but not quick to think, okay, what am I doing? What's gonna come of this? And like that running to the internet shit is really whack to me.
It's so whack.
And I don't understand why these old people are doing it. And I'm not trying to diss them, but they're not 20.
No, they're not. She's got to be at least 50, right?
Yeah, they're both in their 50s. They're both in their 50s.
I was thinking though.
Let me look that up.
Okay, my phone's gonna die.
Because they,
I was thinking though, like D.L. Hughley be putting himself in some things on the internet. Did you notice that?
He likes the internet.
He likes to, give his opinion on things and whatever, and I guess that's fine.
I mean, we do too.
That's true. I just think that D.L. Hughley likes mess more than, he's probably willing to admit. He got involved with the Kanye stuff, the Kanye and Kim stuff.
He likes to give social commentary.
He does. I'm just saying, he'd be up in the mix. That's all.
All right, let's see. D.L. Hughley.
He likes to be up in the mix.
D.L. Hughley is 59 years old.
59. This man is going to be 60. And she can't be that far behind.
And Monique is 54.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, way too grown.
Steve Harvey spoke about it.
Did he? I mean, those are probably his people, right?
Yeah. It's just quotes in the article from Complex. You can cut all that out.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the messy internet stuff. I'm with you on that. I don't think it's necessary. I think they're too grown for it. They're too seasoned for it.
Yeah, of course.
Because you could be grown and not really have the
media
training, the credentials, but they are seasoned and have.
Yeah, they're legends.
Yeah, like this stuff should be
beneath them.
It should be so easy for them to say, "Oh, go speak to I don't know what you're talking about. As far as I know, I'm the headliner. Please go speak to my manager or my lawyer or whoever."
Yep.
And he or she will work it out. Which I guess Monique's manager is Daddy, right?
We talking about Willis?
Daddy. Her husband.
Oh.
She calls him Daddy. She does, though. She does. She calls him Daddy. She be like, Daddy.
So, LeBron's a billionaire.
Daddy.
LeBron is a billionaire.
But why she call her husband Daddy, though? You're not. No.
So, Young Thug was denied bail
We're really not going to talk about the fact that she calls her husband daddy. No, we're not. That's it. Okay.
The floor is yours if you want to discuss it.
Nope.
I have nothing to add on that.
Nope.
I can caress dresses if you want.
No, please, Young Thug.
Okay. And so Young Thug was denied bail. They basically said in court that he is a leader of the gang and he is a threat. Him being on the streets is dangerous for everyone, which is really, really interesting. They read his lyrics. Some of his lyrics were read in court as part of why he should not be released, why he should not be granted bail, And music mogul and legend Kevin Liles came to court to speak on Young Thug's behalf.
Mm-hmm.
He said some very kind things about him, spoke about how he's his business partner and the man has been exemplary. And they basically was trying to act like they didn't know who Kevin Liles was. And I thought that's really interesting.
That's odd.
It is odd, especially if you've been building a RICO case for 10 years. You should know this person because he's definitely had interactions with Young Thug,
Mm-hmm.
his business partner. And so that is the latest update.
Gunna wasn't granted bail either.
No? I didn't know that.
I don't think so. I don't think he was.
Okay.
I think they requested it, and I think it was the same situation with Gunna. Not that he was the leader, but just that he is
A threat.
Yeah, I think they said Gunna is like the enforcer. Like, there's, I don't know how. I think that's what they were trying to say though. That like Young Thug, allegedly, Young Thug is the leader, but Gunna is like the right hand. It's like ooh.
Yep.
You watched The Wire, so you know their names. Wood Harris's character and the other one.
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba. I never liked him on The Wire. I hated his character on The Wire. Just hated his character on The Wire. Love Wood Harris's character. But I mean, Wood Harris, like, it's not hard to like Wood Harris when he plays just about anything. I don't have an issue with that. I always feel, it must have been, what movie was he in? Remember the Titans? I think it was Remember the Titans that made me, like, really,
Connect
watch,
with him.
yeah, I can watch anything that Wood Harris does, and I feel good about it, even when he's selling drugs. Yeah? No? Okay.
I was just letting you go.
Doing a podcast.
I was gonna go back to the Young Thug stuff.
Oh, okay.
You was making a whole separate Wire thing, so I was letting you get your Wire hate off. You know what I'm saying? Your Stringer Bell hate off.
Stringer Bell. That is that man's name. Stringer Bell. And what was the other? What was Wood Harris's name? Something with a L. Something with a L. Why can't I remember this? People are going to roast me for not remembering their names. And honestly, if I'm being real honest, I didn't watch The Wire until about 6 months ago.
Now that's where they're gonna roast you. See, I wasn't gonna put your business in the street. You did that.
Yes, it's
Hove
true.
did that.
It's true. I watched The Wire for the first time 6 months ago. Oh, well, sue me.
Just don't make me part of the lawsuit.
Right.
Okay?
Not a RICO suit, please.
There's no RICO. Girl. All right.
The Wire. It was Stringer Bell.
How funny would it be if your phone dies like as soon as it pops up?
It's going to. Especially because it's not. It's not working.
You could just put Wood Harris, The Wire, and it'll pop right up.
Avon Barksdale. Avon and Stringer. Like Avon Powder and Stringer Bell. I never understood the name choices here, but it's fine.
Powder?
Avon? You don't remember Avon from when we were kids? Like, you never had like one of the ladies in your family order Avon?
Yes.
From the catalog?
Yes.
Yeah, but like Avon powder, well, at least when I was a kid, like I always said when I got older, what I would do is when I would go to my grandmother's house, I would circle all the things in the catalog that I wanted someday. And I just knew that I was going to grow up and buy Avon powder for myself because I thought it smelled so good. I could never wear it now. But back then, they didn't know me, and now I'm hot. Hoes all on me.
What the hell?
So tired.
Yo, I don't even know if the mic picked that up because that was so low, but that was crazy. Nigga went way left. Alright.
Okay, you got more to say about.
But Stringer Bell was not the enforcer.
What was he? He was the boss. He was the commander. As they're saying, Young Thug allegedly is the commander. So Young Thug is the Stringer Bell. Right?
It's hard because when The Wire first started, Avon was top dog. And Stringer was kind of second in command, but he wasn't really the enforcer. Wasn't it Weibo who was the enforcer?
Oh, I guess, yeah, because Weibo was... Well, I guess I shouldn't say the enforcer. I just mean second in command.
All right.
I think enforcer is the wrong word because, yes, there would be a third person who would be the enforcer. I don't think that's what they're saying. I think they're saying that he was second in command. So he's the big boss. Mm-hmm. And then Gunna allegedly goes to him and says, "Boss, what do you want to do about this?" And then Gunna is the one who goes back to the minions and says, "This is who you know."
Slime on?
Yeah.
That didn't sound good.
No.
I said it.
You said it, not me.
Yeah. I don't like them reading lyrics in court. We already debated about that for an hour last episode. I don't want to argue about it again, but I think them reading lyrics in court is nasty. And so I'm glad that Kevin Liles came and stepped up and spoke up. I think that's great. I think that's a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. Kevin Liles is like one of the music industry gods. And so for him to come down from Mount Olympus and speak in court on Young Thug's behalf and offer to put up bail money is a beautiful thing. And so props to Kevin Liles for that.
I'm in trouble. I need bail money. Shit.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, boy. All right. What's next on the docket?
Speaking of oh, boy.
Cameron.
Do you remember when they did Oh Girl? And Mariah was on it?
Vaguely.
Well, Mariah is in trouble.
Is she, though?
Allegedly, someone is claiming... No, not allegedly. Someone is claiming that in 1989, they wrote the song, All I Want for Christmas Is You. And so someone is claiming that in 1989, they wrote the song, All I Want for Christmas Is You, and that it even charted on the billboards in 1993. Oh. And then in 1994 is when Mariah's song came out. Why the fuck are they doing this now in, like you like to say, the year of our Lord 2022?
It's bizarre.
It's weird.
It's bizarre.
But they are seeking at least $20 million in damages. Mm-hmm. And so perhaps they were playing the long long game.
Or maybe they weren't, and maybe now that it's like exploded into this whole thing. It's
Nah, it's been a thing though.
I mean, it's been a thing, but I think she's getting even more now.
Maybe it has to do with the book.
Maybe.
Because there's a children's book coming out.
And then last year there were so many additional things in addition to the song being re-released that it's become this whole
I mean,
monster.
it's a Christmas phenomenon, honestly.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And so
I don't know. I mean,
Mariah owns Christmas music, like straight up.
Oh yeah. It's all her.
Yeah. And so perhaps that's why. I don't know, but
maybe. It's strange. I mean, listen, if
1989, we were 2.
Yep. We were 2.
When this person allegedly wrote the song, we were 2.
We were 2.
We are 35. And so we're talking about 30.
Because it was just my birthday. Hey.
Yes, it was just your birthday.
I got excited. I haven't even been 35 for a week, so I just got excited. That's it. That's it. I apologize.
And so we were 2 when this man allegedly wrote the song. 33 years later, he's trying to get more than, at least, what I read said at least $20 million in damages.
That's a lot of money.
And that's a long ass time.
But is it
like, was this never mind.
Is $20 million?
I don't want to get canceled. Forget it. Is $20 million what?
I was gonna say, is it enough?
No. Not if he really wrote the song and they didn't. If they truly did infringe on his copyright, he may have an even bigger lawsuit, because then you would have to find out what is the song worth today.
Which we know it's worth a shit ton of money.
Right. And then that would have to equate to what he would have lost out on, and then you'd have to go from there. And so he'd be worth buku bucks.
And wouldn't that factor in all of the additional things, like the specials and the anything that's connected
It definitely
to the song?
could, yes. It depends on how things go in court.
Listen, if he's only asking for $20 million, I would quietly give him his money and move on with my life, because he can make her life,
I mean, it
way
depends.
more miserable than...
Yeah, but then what? But then there has to be a if they settle, there now has to be a new agreement moving forward, because she can't keep infringing on the copyright.
Right. That's
so
true.
That will have to be part of the situation.
Okay.
It's interesting. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know why you would wait so long, but people wait very long for all type of accusations nowadays. So
yeah, we'll just have to see where it goes.
Yep. And do you know who 070 Shake is?
No.
She is an R&B singer from Jersey, signed to Good Music.
Okay.
And there were a couple really big songs from her first album, and her second album just came out.
Oh, did you listen to it?
I did. I got one listen in on the way here.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's pretty smooth. It looked like she's going with the synthesized sound that she did some of on the first project.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like 808 and Heartbreaks.
Okay.
But
I could be into
I
that.
feel like she kind of enhanced what was there.
Okay.
I wasn't a big fan of 808 and Heartbreaks. I wasn't a big fan of Kid Cudi, because it's kind of the same style, but
Mm-hmm.
I kind of dig when she does it.
I might need to check that out.
Yeah, her first album is really good, and very balanced.
Okay.
Like I said last pod, I don't give full reviews until I've heard something twice. I heard it once. It was a smooth listen. There are some songs that stood out to me, but again, I have not heard it twice, so I won't give a full review.
Mm-hmm.
So far, I really like what I heard. And y'all should probably check it out. She's dope. And apparently she has a song with Madonna. I didn't know that until I went to go listen to the song. And then it was on her, like, whatever the Spotify 5 songs is that they show you, recent plays or top songs, whatever the fuck. It was there, and I was like, the hell is this? And apparently there's a song with Madonna featuring 070 Shake.
Madonna is in crisis, but that's none of my business.
I'm only talking about the fact that she has a song with her, and I think that's pretty big. I think it's called Honey.
Madonna is in crisis, and that's none of my business.
Let me be a journalist.
Okay.
No, you can keep going.
That's really all I have to say is Madonna is in crisis, but it's none of my business. Okay.
Oh.
You know, I'm going to concern myself with the Moniques of the world and, you know, etc.
It's okay. The song is called Frozen. Honey is a different song.
Okay.
I have not heard Frozen yet, but it is Madonna's song, and it features 070 Shake. And so that's pretty big, man. To be on your second album and doing songs with Madonna, who's a living legend.
That's huge.
That's crazy.
And in crisis. But that's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so shout out to 070 Shake.
Someone please help her. Madonna, I mean.
Shout out to 070 Shake.
Shout out to 070 Shake. I'm excited to listen.
Shaking it up. Making big moves. I like
shake.
it.
I like it too. And please get Madonna some help. Please. Because it's none of our business. So we won't be doing that here. But it's not, no.
I'm not saying shit. I'm trying not to caress the dresses because we started the episode with me doing it. So,
all right,
you know,
yeah. So, what else? What else do we need to cover?
Well, ladies.
Hey, ladies.
The good word is.
Oh, our beloved. Our beloved is back on the market. Yes! And just in time for Creed 3 to be released. Okay? Michael B. If you need a date to the premiere.
I mean, you know, we was talking about Jersey, so.
Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey apparently have parted ways.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Nothing has been confirmed.
But the rumor has been everywhere, and so it seems to be true.
That's the word in the streets. That they have parted ways.
They were together for over a year. Michael P.
Did you say Michael P?
Michael B.
Oh, I'm about to say that's not his
Michael
name.
B. If you need someone to accompany you to the premiere of Creed 3, I'm here.
In his time of need?
In his time of need for whatever.
Yikes.
Whatever he may need. Whatever he may need. I am here. So bless him. I hope he's doing okay. I hope she's doing okay. Breakups are hard. So I hope that everybody is good.
I just want to know what superstar she's going to be with next. Because she is a sniper. That's a term in hip hop they like to use for dudes who are promiscuous and get a lot of bodies.
Who do you think is next?
I have no clue
Take a
because
guess.
I can't. I have no
Who's
idea.
next?
I mean, her list is wild. Even the allegeds.
Well, I feel like
Even the like non-confirmed on her list.
excuse me.
It's top dogs.
I feel like she's covered music.
And she's heading into acting?
Hollywood is where she's at right now. No?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, good for her. She's 24? She's having a good time. 25? Still having a good time.
A great time.
She's got time to have a good time, so. And again, Creed 3 is about to come out. Michael B. Jordan will be fine as well. He is fine, but he will be fine as well. So, good luck to them. Good luck.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers to the both of them. Thoughts and prayers to the women who think they have a chance and don't. And the same thing for the men who think that they'll be next on Lori Harvey's roster.
I mean, they need to be very. I mean, it's easy to see what type of men she,
There's a certain caliber of man.
Joe Schmo ain't gonna do it.
No.
She gonna look at a guy like me and be like, listen, man, sorry. You ain't even got a chance.
I'm sure she's a picky gal.
And she got choices.
She
can be choosy.
Choosy.
That's right.
Yeah, she can. I mean, she's got it. She just lost 15. Well, she just lost some weight because she never confirmed that it was 15 pounds. She said she gained 15 pounds. But I point that out because, people like to go and get the revenge body and whatever. She's already got the revenge body. So now she could just be in the streets. She don't need to be in the gym. She could be in the streets.
That's it. We outside.
Summertime, a couple weeks out.
Yeah.
It's June 4th, 5th. It's June 5th. Summertime's coming.
Indeed.
She's going to be out. Listen, let me tell you, the pictures that are about to come out, she's going to be on yachts with her girls.
Well, she's been doing that while she's with people.
Yeah, but this is because the breakup happens. Probably not going to see her for a couple weeks. Mm-hmm. She going to be back out on that yacht, though. With the girls. Normani and Destiny. Ryan Destiny.
I don't even know who that is.
She's an actress. Who's they're young and I know some of their names. I don't know all of their names. I just, but listen, good luck to them. I hope they're doing okay. Like I said, breakups are hard. So, I wish them well. Creed 3 premiere. I can be there. Do we have anything? Oh, we're going to end on that note. I don't think there is anything else. I think we have covered a lot of bases here.
Did we?
Is it? This might be our worst episode ever.
Or maybe they're digging it.
I don't know. I feel, honestly, and I know you said at the top of the pod that there was a lot to talk about, but that's the thing. I don't think there is a lot to talk about. And I think sometimes that happens where there's like these lulls.
Yeah.
And so it's not really us. It's just that nothing interesting is happening right now. Just a couple things and we've kind of covered them.
I mean, the internet is in a frenzy about Drake having shots with people. You saw that?
Who did he have shots with?
Random people at a bar. And they recorded it and took shots.
Well, he likes to be of the people. So he does. He does every now and then. He likes to, leave his mansion and go be with the people. I'll never forget.
It was in Detroit.
Okay.
It's all over the interweb.
I didn't even see it. I didn't even catch it.
You don't be in the same streets.
You're right. I am deep in Black girl Twitter.
They wasn't posting about it?
Honestly, I haven't really been on Twitter in the last couple of days, so no.
Well, then
but
that's it then.
you know, Drake is Drake. Speaking of Drake, the BET Awards is coming up in a few weeks, and Drake is one of the most nominated people.
For what? He don't got no music out?
I guess for Certified Lover Boy. Why does that bother you? Yo, why does that bother you?
I almost walked out just now. I'm not even gonna lie.
Why does that bother you? I'm cold. I'm about to put on my leopard coat. Why does that bother you? I'm not saying. Listen, I didn't really enjoy Certified Lover Boy, if I'm being honest. Personally, I think that I was just annoyed that it took so long for it to come out, and so by the time
it was.
Yeah, by the time it came out, I was like,
Then it was Diet Coke.
I don't really care about this.
Then it was sugar free.
Yeah, Jack Harlow. Aspartame.
Come on, man. Because you know niggas be acting like they got sugar in the raw. You know what I'm saying? Like they be acting like, yo, I got that shit coming.
Right, and then they don't.
Putting parts in their hair and
oh, now you're just being a hater. Now you're just being a hater. What does the part in his hair have anything to do with the music?
That was part of the rollout. He had a heart in his hair.
Oh, you're right. He did have a heart in his hair.
Come on, don't act like I'm just making shit up now.
Right, but
this nigga put a heart part.
A heart?
He put a part in his hair that was a heart.
I was just trying to put them together. A heart.
Thank you for joining us. This has been a lovely experience.
Please come back.
We will have topics next week. Please come back. I promise you, we'll have topics because
and we'll have a real conversation.
This was a piece of a conversation.
Okay.
All right, so Drake is clean. Drake is nominated for a bunch of shit.
It's Drake.
I mean, what else is new?
Doja Cat, I think.
Sounds about right.
Shoot. The phone is gonna die. The phone is going to die.
Let me look it up.
Let me see. I have it saved. So
specs and text. Yeah. I mean, you said what you said.
Doja Cat, Drake, and Ari Lennox. Which I find interesting because what? We gotta end the pod. We can't keep doing this.
No, I'm laughing for a very specific reason.
I know
go
why
ahead.
you're laughing.
No, go ahead. I'm gonna go off. Go ahead. I'm gonna wait. I'll wait my turn. Go ahead. Drake, Doja Cat, and Ari Lennox, which is interesting,
are leading the nominations for the BET Awards because, well, not because, they just are. But I think it's interesting that just, what was it? Just 2 years ago, was it? Mm-hmm. 2-3 years ago? Because I think it was before COVID. When Ari Lennox was not nominated, or she didn't win for a category she was nominated in at Soul Train Awards. So I think it's really interesting that now she is leading BET Awards nominations, and that's great. That's incredible. Has anyone checked with Summer Walker to see how she's doing? Because I know. She wasn't happy about the BBMAs.
I haven't heard her say anything.
Well.
Look at that. And you mentioned Summer Walker. Lennox 4 nods include Best Female R&B Pop Artist, a BET Her nomination for Unloyal with Summer Walker,
okay,
as well as Video of the Year and BET Her nods for the song Pressure.
Okay. Good for her.
Drake's nominations include
Mm-hmm.
Best Male Hip Hop Artist,
Okay.
Best Collaboration and Video of the Year for Way Too Sexy, featuring
There's a video
Future
for
and
that?
Young Thug, and Album of the Year
Oh,
for
that's
Certified
funny.
Lover Boy.
What are you laughing at? You laughing that he's nominated for Album of the Year?
Yo, the face you made when I said that. I might have to go do special effects and zoom in because you went. Nigga said, Reggie. She turned into Scooby Doo on y'all.
Oh man. I don't know. I gotta go to bed.
You heard it here first, folks. Video and Collaboration of the Year.
I had no idea there was a video for Way Too Sexy. I didn't know. I'll watch that after this. I'll go find it. Even though I'm probably not interested at all. Because
Y'all.
Drake, Future, and who else in a video?
Young Thug.
Oh, Young Thug. Wait. I didn't realize.
All ties together.
All of it ties together. Look at that. And y'all
Mob ties.
Y'all thought we weren't giving y'all a good pod. Look at the full circle moment.
Mob ties.
Full circle moment. We promised we would never.
Is that the name of a Drake song? Mob ties?
That's the name of a song. I don't know whose song it is.
I think it's Drake. We might have to make that the episode title.
Yeah, we could do that.
We'll figure it
I
out.
thought it was going to be Can't Stop, Won't Stop. But
But
you know.
we stopped a lot. So, maybe.
All right. Well.
All right, listen. We have a real conversation about BET Awards or we out?
Yes, but we need to say the one last thing that was really important about BET Awards nominations.
What's that?
Lil Nas X.
Oh.
Lil Nas X is upset because he did not receive any nominations, and he is saying that he had 3 hit songs within the eligibility period, and so he doesn't understand, and he believes that BET is intentionally leaving him out because he's queer. BET has had some issues in this department before with past award shows, with people not being invited and them speaking out and saying that they haven't been invited. There was an issue last year with someone who had recorded an ad for them, and they scrapped the ad, and she ended up going viral on Twitter about it, and she felt that they were being biased. There's a lot of, because I'm pretty sure she was a trans woman.
Got it.
So there has been a lot of that over the last couple of years of people calling them out for not being inclusive enough. And so I think that something that Lil Nas X said was that even more than just being nominated for it, he just wants them to be more inclusive. And I hear that. I don't know why he wasn't nominated. I could understand why he's asking questions about not being nominated. If you had 3 hit songs, then why wouldn't you be? They asked him to perform last year, and he did.
Right.
And I don't think he was nominated last year either.
I don't know that answer. I can check.
But you don't have to check. I'm pretty sure it's true, because I think that was part of his argument, that he still has not been nominated.
So he didn't win anything for Old Town Road?
No, I think they just had him perform.
Oh, nah. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I don't know what it's about. I'm okay with people calling them out.
Right.
And trying to get to the bottom of things. If that helps, then then that's what needs to happen. Sometimes that's the only way that things are going to change if people shake the table a little bit, so, or a lot. So, yeah, but let's have a real conversation about the BET Awards.
Well, if the BET Awards is intentionally excluding the queer community, that is problematic for many reasons.
Yeah.
And that is unacceptable.
Agree.
I don't know enough about this topic to be able to truly weigh in on it.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's what they're doing, that's really fucked up. Especially because, honestly, a lot of those execs and top people in entertainment are part of that group of people. They're part of the... They're part of the same people that BT is choosing to exclude if this is true.
Mm-hmm.
And that shouldn't be happening.
No.
And so I don't know how the execs in music can do that, or the execs in entertainment can do that or allow that. That's really weird to me, but it is unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
No group should be excluded because they are making a stance, an intentional stance to do so. That's discrimination. That's not okay. And honestly, that's why shit should be boycotted. Yeah. Because if you can say, hey, we're going to exclude this entire group, if, again, I'm saying if, I don't know. I want to be very clear because the internet likes to take shit you say and twist it. Mm-hmm. If that's what BET is doing, that is a very specific, disgusting stance, and they can change that tomorrow to be anyone. Right. They can say, oh, next in 2023, we're excluding Asians. Mm-hmm. In 2024, we're excluding whoever. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that's cool. If that's the case, I say boycott it. I don't give a fuck who's winning or not.
How do you feel about the fact that Lil Nas X is not nominated, but is? That's Jack Harlow. If you didn't see our last episode,
I don't know, because I be honest, I don't know Lil Nas X music, and I don't listen to the radio.
Music either.
And so if he has,
other than there's two singles that I know.
That's what I'm saying. So statistically speaking, any record that charts in a major way is gonna be looked at for a nomination.
Right.
If Lil Nas X had that, then he deserves to be nominated. That's not a question. Mm-hmm. Currently, Jack Harlow has one of those records, and so. Right. And so the question is, that's a very new record. Does that fall into the eligibility space? I don't know. Does that have the requirements needed? I don't know. But if it does, then I guess it's all good. The thing is, it's very weird that Lil Nas X is being excluded. And if it is an intentional exclusion, it is discrimination, and I have concerns with that. Now, on the flip side of the coin, something me and you spoke about off pod, off mic, is perhaps it's a liability issue.
Yeah.
Perhaps some of the sponsors and key people in the background feel that because he's so controversial, he cannot be part of this. But to that I say this. You can give people awards and they not be at the show.
Yeah, but that becomes a thing.
Sure, but it is better than exclusion.
Yes.
And that is something that could be done. And so my thing is, and we've spoke about this here before, and we will continue to speak about it, is these award shows are for a very specific type of artists.
Yep.
They are for the people who are being pushed by massive labels.
Doja Cat, Silk Sonic, Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B.
Drake. And so, if you don't fall into a certain criteria, they're not fucking with you. And that's just the plain truth. And so, that being said, I'm very shocked that Ari Lennox is getting all of these nominations. Perhaps they are trying to pander to her demographic. I don't know. But what I will say is, listen, I'm an Ari Lennox fan. I hope she goes up in there and cleans house
I hope
because
so.
Ari is dope. And I don't know why they would exclude Lil Nas X. If things are charting, then they should be considered because that's kind of the game when it comes to these award shows. But it is a game, and so that's part of the problem. Things are not simply done on statistics. Things are not simply done on charting. They're done because of relationships. They're done because of who is backing people, and they're done because of sponsorship dollars.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
it is not just a quick, simple answer
No.
when it comes to these award shows. But again, I hope Ari cleans house, and I hope that this is not a discriminatory thing, because if they are being discriminatory towards Lil Nas X because of his preferences and because of his sexuality, that is straight up discrimination, and that is unacceptable.
I agree. Well said. I think that all of those things are true.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just, on one hand, I feel like, and I said this before when we had the Summer Walker Doja Cat conversation.
Right.
It's kind of hard. It's hard because it's never going to be balanced, right? Like somebody has to get left off the list,
Okay.
right? You only have so many spots to fill in terms of nominations, and so I don't even think we're having that great of a time in terms of music. I feel like we have these moments in music where there's like so many people doing so many things and so many great things, and that you could stack a category very easily, and you're gonna have to leave somebody off. So I guess what I'm saying is I don't think we're living in one of those times right now.
Okay.
But on the other hand, I think that as an artist, you should feel validated in your work, especially if it's something that you're putting out to the public. Of course, there are a lot of people who would say, that's not important to them, and sure, whatever you deem as important, or however you stack your accomplishments, however you decide. For some people it may be a Grammy, that's the thing for them, or for other people maybe it is a Soul Train award, or a BET award, or something like that. Maybe there's a rapper who feels like if he doesn't get a hip hop award at some point in his life, in his career, then does it really matter, or like he never got to rap in a cypher or some, everybody has their own measure.
Yeah.
But I think that these award shows, man, it's like I've been wanting to just shake them and just be like, but this is about money.
Yeah.
This is not about your talent.
No, but it hasn't been for eons.
Yeah, and I just...
That's why I said it's about relationships, who's being pushed,
and I get
all of that.
And I get the Lil Nas X situation is unique.
Yep.
Because again, I don't know what it is. I think that they've made an effort to be inclusive, but I don't know how that translates into live music programming. I think that they've done it in their dramas. Okay. They have 20s is a show. The main character on the show is a woman who identifies as queer. It's a Lena Waithe show. Other Lena Waithe show, actually, Boomerang, which is like supposed to be like the part 2 of the original Boomerang movie.
Oh, okay.
Because the star of the show is actually the the daughter of Eddie Murphy's character.
Okay.
But there is a character on there who also identifies as queer. And we could go down the list or whatever. I'm bringing these things up because not necessarily to defend them, but to say that some sort of effort has been made to be inclusive.
Okay.
And so I'm not disputing what Lil Nas X is saying. I'm just saying, like I said before, I don't know how it translates into live programming. It could be completely different for live programming, live music programming.
Right.
You know? And so then it needs to be addressed. Yeah. Whatever they're doing over on the scripted side, they need to figure out how to have that translate into their tentpole events where they actually have people performing live music and winning awards for music.
Yes.
You know? But I don't know. I'm just speculating. I think that he has every right to question it. And hopefully they address it in some way. I don't know that it will be, but I think that there's a problem that has been brewing for a while. And this is not the first time that I've heard somebody say something like this. So I think they should listen, because I also think that people look at BET as a space where it's not quite the Grammys, right? Like, right. It's supposed to be the For Us By Us awards, you know, which is not technically on paper true, but that's what it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to look when they present it to us. So hopefully he's able to kind of come to some sort of resolution with them. At this point, I think the nominations are locked in. I don't think it will
change.
I don't think that will change, but maybe there is something that will happen on the back end, or maybe there's something that will happen down the road to where he doesn't have to feel that way. I mean, he's not the only artist who is of the LGBTQ plus community. And so all the more reason why, if this is a problem for them, they have to address it moving forward. Appearances are important when you're a TV network.
Yep.
So if people are feeling that way and thinking that way, then you got to fix the problem.
Yep.
Regardless of whether that was their intention or not.
I agree.
That's all I got, though.
Well, I agree. And my thing is, if it is intentional, if it is discrimination, fuck that, boycott.
I hear that.
That's it. It's pretty simple for me.
I dig it.
I don't think we should continue to support systems and conglomerates that are purposely saying fuck you to us and blatantly saying it, because a lot of them do, but it's quiet. It's like,
right.
It's like, hey, shh, hey, you.
Yeah.
But when a company comes out and they're just waving the fuck you flag, you don't need to fuck with them.
I agree. And that is our episode.
Good night.
Thank you for listening. And don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. And find us on the socials at LHRC Pod.
Yeah, we posting stuff.
We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. Go find us and send us a DM or something. Like our photos. Do our polls, please.
Oh, yeah. That's a new thing we're trying to do.
Do our polls.
It was her idea. We rolling.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
Do our polls. We'll be back with the polls. But yeah, that's it. You got any last words?
Not really.
All right.
Thank you again. We appreciate you. We were really tired, but we wanted to make sure that we got this pod done.
Yes.
She's been partying. I've been working.
My birthday. Yeah.
And so, but we ain't want to miss out.
No.
We're trying our best to be consistent.
Consistency.
And next time, instead of water, maybe we'll have Chris get us some coffees.
Oh, is Chris going to do his job this time?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out next episode.
Yep.
Until then, hey, high five. Use the left.
All right.
Adios.